I guess as as your vocabulary grows, maybe we tend to use bad words.
That's
いけてる。Yeah.
皆さんこんにちは。Bizmatesのキムです。今回も始めました英語ネイティブたちのリアル英語トークショーへようこそ。今回も社会人の英語学習者さんの皆さんに役立つコンテンツを配信していきます。今回もカナダ生まれ育ちのヒカ、アメリカ生まれ育ちのクニ、この2人が皆さんに役立つコンテンツを配信していきます。それではご紹介しましょう。ヒカとクニ。いけてる。今日はそっち？マジ？バリエーションありますね。
So today's topic is any surprising expressions you've heard from Japanese people.
surprising expressions.
Yes.
In what way?
Like so rude or ooh, it is so high level.
Okay, well, let's start with rude. Rude, surprising English that we've heard from Japanese people.
I guess maybe bad words. Like they're trying to I don't know, use too many bad words that are kind of inappropriate.
Too many bad words. You want to teach us some?
No, I think this channel is more for,
It's PG.
Yeah,
PG.
it's PG, right?
Yeah. But words that start with F or with S, those words that you see in movies and TV dramas, you got to be careful how you use them, right?
I agree. Very.
Yeah.
I mean, some people think that's cool, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, used in the proper context, maybe, but if you're not aware of your surroundings and how you're using it, it can be off-putting.
Yeah. So you've got to know, who you're speaking to, where you're at, how old you are. I mean, maybe it's cool when you're 15 or 16.
Right.
But, even with my friends, I don't use those words rarely now. Now that I'm like close to 50.
Right.
You still do?
Occasionally. Yeah, it depends on it depends, I guess, on the situation, right? Where I think put in context,
like your old friends from school, when you talk to them, maybe you use it.
Maybe. But it's not like, we're, like you said, it's not like we're in high school anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's because like as we got older, our vocabulary, of course, grows.
Yeah.
Right. But then when you're young, you have a minimum, your vocabulary is small. Yeah. So you try to use those in place of actual words, right? How to describe things, right? And so I guess as as your vocabulary grows, maybe we tend to use bad words less. Yeah.
I see. When you're younger, your vocabulary is lower. So you use those words more.
Like if in this or that's this or like that. That's S. That's
I have a question.
What?
Yes.
It is a bad word, and people know it is a bad word. But in the other hand, how about unintentional bad words? Like they don't know it is bad word.
You want us to give us some examples of unintentional bad words? Right.
Unintentional bad words.
Well, not unintentional, but what may be considered rude is some of the questions that you get from students, right? So I think the Japanese culture in some ways is more open to questions like, are you married? Do you have kids or what's your blood type? You got those questions, right?
Yeah. Like, how old are you?
How old are you? Yeah. So nowadays it's pretty sensitive, right? Do you have a girlfriend?
Right.
Like it's
Blood type is rude.
Well, first of all, we don't know
we don't know
type.
our blood type.
You don't know your blood type?
I don't.
No, I actually got a blood test to test because my wife asked me what my blood type was.
Oh, you didn't know
until
you got married?
Yeah.
Really? You see, I didn't know until I came to Japan.
Yeah.
I thought I was AB for the longest time.
Yeah. I thought I was O for the longest time. And then Japanese people would say, you're so Ozappa,
Yeah.
And I was just like, really? Okay, I don't know.
Is Ozappa?
That's, I guess. I don't know. And then I was like, I found out I was 8. But when I said I was O, everyone was like, you're like an O. Yeah, exactly.
I am AAA.
Yeah, AAA.
AAA. If your car breaks down, you go to AAA.
Yeah. There's also a Japanese group called AAA.
Oh, it's an insurance company.
Yeah, I know that one too.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
there's also a Japanese culture.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's the American Automobile Association, right?
Yes,
Right. Okay. Sorry,
What do we?
So rude. Just to summarize, rude. Surprisingly, rude English would be like using inappropriate slang, right? If you get the timing wrong, not good.
Yeah.
It's not cool. It's iketenai, right?
Yeah.
Or asking personal questions when you don't know the person.
Yeah,
too
too
well.
personal.
That's
Yeah.
iketenai. Yeah.
Yes,
So what
definitely.
can you do? What's cool in those situations? I think personal questions. I mean, you want to get to know the other person.
Right.
So how do you avoid asking personal questions? What I usually do is ask a generic question.
Right.
So, is this your first time to Japan? Oh, who did you come with?
Yeah.
And if they say, I came with my wife and kids,
Yeah.
you go, oh, you're married, really? Then you can ask,
Yeah.
how long have you been married?
Yeah.
How old is your son? Or how old are your kids? How many kids do you have? If they mention it first, right, then you can ask questions.
Yeah, no,
right?
I think you can delve in a little bit deeper. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah,
an
yeah,
excellent technique. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but sometimes, I'm like, if I'm trying to get to know someone, after, talking to them previously, I tend to just go, is it okay if I ask you a personal question? Or,
Oh, yeah.
Right,
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, a disclaimer.
Yeah. Is it okay if I ask you a personal in most cases, they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead, right? Yeah.
That's cool.
But I don't
guys.
think
That's
you should
cool.
assume it's okay to ask, right?
That's...
Yeah.
Yeah, can I ask you a personal question? Yeah. Also, about those idioms or quotes, like time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
If you put in a little phrase before you use that quote, for example, as the old saying goes, or, what goes up must come down, right? Or time flies when you're having fun, or...
but I've had students before that tried to overly use those idioms. Like, just trying to string them on. And I understand you wanting to use it, but then, it's kind of like really, from our point of view, it can be a
little bit annoying.
Yeah, annoying.
Yeah, so using those quotes or idioms too much is not cool.
Yeah.
It's iketenai. But if you get the timing right and use it in a natural way, like as the old saying goes, and then you say it, it's cool. It's iketeru. So learning idioms are good, but just be careful with the timing. Other high-level English, when do you feel high-level? What about like pronunciation?
Yeah, we can go to we can talk about pronunciation. Yeah. Sometimes this Japanese learner has a really good pronunciation. I go, wow, that's really impressive.
Like I don't know about Americans, but with Canadians, when you hear someone with a British accent, don't they sound really high level?
Yeah, they do.
Right?
They do.
Like I don't know if it's like an inferiority complex for Americans or Canadians, for North Americans, but British English just sounds like academic or high level. So when you meet someone,
it's like royalty.
Like royalty,
Like
So when they
royalty.
speak with a British accent, you're like, they're smart.
Yeah.
They're smarter than me. So there's this kind of like, right?
I totally feel it. But there's been some. I mean, I understand there's some learners out there that really want to focus on the pronunciation. Which is great. But then if you have really good pronunciation as a native speaker, you go, oh, they must have studied overseas. Their English must be really high level. So we go into like native mode too.
Yes.
And then they're like not, and then you realize they're not at that level. It's just their pronunciation's really good.
Right.
So you can actually, you're kind of digging your hole a little bit if you just focus on pronunciation without like the other, other important parts of English.
If your English isn't at that level and your pronunciation is at that level, then it could be a disadvantage.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's same with my Japanese. My Japanese pronunciation is pretty good. It's near native.
Yeah.
But my Japanese grammar, Japanese vocabulary are not that good. So when I go to like City Hall in Japan, I'll purposely use bad pronunciation Japanese.
Really?
Yes. すみません。私は住民票
Really? When I'm in that situation, I just say I'm not Japanese. I just say
right.
I'm just like American.
But when you say it with native pronunciation, すみません、私は海外で生まれて育ってましたので、日本語はそこまで話せないんですけども、ちょっとそこをね、あらかじめご了承いただけますと大変。It's like, 本当ですか、right? Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I always like, すいません、私カナダで生まれました。だからこれからもっと日本語勉強します。
I've never done that.
大丈夫です。このシーン and then they speak really slow.
I just go, I'm just アメリカ生まれ育ちなので、日本語完璧じゃなくて。
いや、そっちの方がかっこいいよ。そっちの方がいけてる。Yeah, so in summary, be careful with rude English, like asking personal questions or using inappropriate slang. Consider who you're speaking to and the environment that you're in when you use slang or idioms. Get to know the person by asking some generic questions. Then, if they give you a little bit of information, then you can ask more personal questions. Or, Kuni-san's technique is ask, hey, can I ask you a personal question? So having that disclaimer is cool, right? And pronunciation is good. If you speak with a British accent, Americans and Canadians will feel a little bit inferior. And if you have a really good pronunciation, then we're going to think your English is really good and we're going to speak really fast. So be careful with that. Yes. So anyway, I hope you found this video useful. And I hope you can continue to speak cool English. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Dude, when I was talking to Kim-san first, that's what I did. Because her pronunciation was really good. So I just started speaking to her like at native level. And she's just like, eh.
my English! 本当に発音がいいだけで。で、みんな本当に動画見てる皆さん。
ネイティブプロナンシエーション
ねえ、なんか英語講師ですかみたいな。そんなわけありませんみたいな。
でも英語うまいよ。
勉強になったから。
確かに。
ビジネスで勉強になったから。そう、本当に。てか、ヒカさんそろそろ日本語勉強してくれないんですかね
私ですか、いや、
全然成長しないんじゃないですかぶっちゃけ。
言われてます。
ね、
まあ、この年になってくるとね、なんか、勉強、まあそんなことないか。
そうですよ。だってうちの動画でも50代から英語を勉強してたみたいな。この年とかそう、いけてない。
動画の概要欄にある URL から Bizmates の公式 LINE 友達に登録して簡単なアンケートに答えるだけでオリジナルフレーズブック10冊が無料でもらえます。ビジネスで覚えておきたい基本動詞、名詞などの完全攻略ブック、シーン別品質英語フレーズブック4冊、英会話に必要な最低限のフレーズ150選などすべて私、ヒカが厳選した全部600選のフレーズブック10冊をプレゼントします。ぜひ見逃さずプレゼントを受け取って皆さんの英語学習にご活用ください。